Welcome to this week's edition of the first reading, where I'll go over the first reading for daily Mass this week, because every week daily Mass first reading focuses on a certain section of salvation history. And so this week, since we are coming up close to the end of Ordinary Time, we will be looking at the book of Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible. And so in the book of Revelation, John has a number of visions, and it's a series of pretty strange visions. So they all of these visions mean something different or something unique to salvation history. So that's what we'll go over this week. On Monday, first he starts by talking to all of the communities that this letter is directed to. So first on Monday, we hear that he's directing it to 7 churches. The first one that he's talking about is the church of Ephesus. And he mentions to them that they have lost the love that they first had. So at first they were very, very zealous, but they had lost that sort of love they had at the beginning. And so he calls them to do the works you did at first. So to go back to their original attitudes, their original behavior. On Tuesday, he keeps talking to more of the communities. One, to the community of Sardis. And he says that they haven't been devoted, those that haven't deviated, those that haven't deviated in the community, those that didn't deviate, their names will never be erased from the book of life. And then also he talks to the church of Macedonia, saying that they are neither hot nor cold, and because they are lukewarm, they will be spit out, because they don't have that fervor, they don't even have any sort of cold feelings for following the gospel. They're just lukewarm, and that's why they get spit out. So that's what we read about on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he has a vision, and so he's describing this vision of the throne where God is being worshipped and all of the things that are surrounding the throne. Specifically, there's a vision of 24 thrones of elders worshiping the one true God, along with other things that are worshiping the one true God in heaven. On Thursday, the author is sad because in his vision there is writing on the throne, and nobody is able to open the seals so that you can see what the writing is about. And so he starts to cry because no one is able to open the seals. But then there is one that is worthy, and it is a lamb. He says it's like a lamb that was just slaughtered, representing Jesus. Jesus was the slain lamb. And so he was worthy to break open the seals and read what's written down. So that's what we have on Thursday. On Friday, once the author, John, is able to, or God tells John, to eat the scrolls, eat scrolls that were written. And when he eats those scrolls, it'll be very good to the tongue, but it will be very bitter in his stomach. But these words that he has digested, he needs to preach the words on the scroll to all the nations and to all the kings, because they all need to hear what God has to tell them. So that's what we hear about on Friday. And then on Saturday, we see God giving comfort to all of the slain prophets of the past. So even though the evil people slain all the prophets, it says that just like before in other times, God brings all of these prophets up to heaven in their enemies' sight. So the enemies will be able to see that God is taking care of the prophets that they had slain. And so that's the reading on Saturday, and that's for the week. I know that it's if you read the first reading this week, there's a lot of imagery, it's a lot of confusing things. Hopefully these brief explanations will help put it in perspective, so we can connect the first reading with how it fits into larger salvation history, and then how these images also fit in as well. So thanks for watching. Until next time, God bless.